2016 Harley-Davidson Road King. $11,500. Westland, Michigan, United States. This 2016 Harley-Davidson Road King is a heavily customized touring motorcycle that blends classic Harley-Davidson presence with modern performance upgrades and strong visual impact. Offered in Westland, Michigan. This Road King shows just 11,144 miles and has had only 2 owners, indicating relatively light use for a full-size touring model. Finished in white, it maintains the timeless Road King identity while standing apart thanks to a long list of carefully selected aftermarket components that enhance both style and ride quality. The Road King has long been respected as one of Harley-Davidson's most versatile touring platforms. Known for its large frame, comfortable ergonomics, and unmistakable silhouette, it delivers long-distance capability without the fixed fairing found on other touring models. This 2016 example builds on that foundation with thoughtful customization that does not compromise its touring DNA. The bike is powered by a modern Harley-Davidson Big Twin paired with a manual transmission, offering strong torque, smooth cruising, and the confident road manners Road Kings are famous for. Comfort has clearly been a priority in this build. The bike is equipped with a Mustang seat, along with a matching passenger backrest, a well-regarded upgrade for riders who spend serious time in the saddle. Mustang seats are known for improved support and reduced fatigue on longer rides, making this Road King well-suited for touring as well as relaxed weekend cruising. In addition, a detachable backrest combined with a stealth luggage rack adds practicality without cluttering the bike's clean lines, giving the rider flexibility for both daily riding and travel. A number of tasteful visual upgrades help set this Road King apart from stock examples. The flush mount gas gauge and filler cap clean up the tank area, contributing to a smoother, more refined appearance. The bike rides on a striking wheel setup, featuring a 21-inch big spoke front wheel with white wall tires, matched to a rear big spoke wheel also wrapped in white walls. This combination delivers a strong classic meets custom look that pairs especially well with the white paint and the Road King's traditional styling cues. Suspension has been upgraded with progressive rear shocks, a popular improvement that enhances ride quality and handling compared to factory components. This upgrade helps the bike remain composed over long distances and uneven road surfaces, an important consideration for a touring motorcycle. Combined with the ergonomic improvements, it reinforces the idea that this Road King was built to be ridden, not just displayed. Performance and sound have not been overlooked. The bike features a true dual fishtail exhaust system, which not only provides a deep, classic Harley exhaust note, but also reinforces the vintage touring aesthetic. Airflow has been improved with an S&S air cleaner, a respected brand known for quality and performance in the Harley-Davidson aftermarket. Tuning is handled by a Screaming Eagle tuner, ensuring that the engine runs properly with the intake and exhaust modifications, improving throttle response and overall rideability. The handlebar setup further enhances both comfort and appearance. LA Chopper's Big Johnson handlebars have been installed and are internally wired, giving the cockpit a clean and uncluttered look. This upgrade dramatically changes the bike stance while maintaining a comfortable riding position suitable for longer rides. Subtle custom touches like underglow lighting and illuminated hog eyes on the front fender that glow red add personality and nighttime presence without overwhelming the bike's classic identity. From an ownership perspective, the seller explains that the bike is being offered because another motorcycle was purchased and there is no room to store multiple bikes. This context suggests the sale is about space rather than dissatisfaction with the Road King itself. The seller encourages interested buyers to come see the bike in person and is open to reasonable offers, while making it clear that serious inquiries are preferred over low-effort negotiations. The seller also notes that the Road King has been discontinued by Harley-Davidson in future model years, suggesting potential long-term desirability similar to other discontinued Harley models, such as the Springer Softail. While market trends always evolve, discontinued models with strong name recognition and loyal followings often gain renewed interest over time, especially when they are well-kept and tastefully customized like this example. Priced at $11,500, this 2016 Road King represents a strong value considering its low mileage, extensive list of upgrades, and overall condition. Building a similar bike from a stock Road King would likely exceed the asking price once parts and labor are factored in. The seller is also open to possible trades, adding flexibility for buyers who may be looking to transition from another motorcycle. Overall, this 2016 Harley-Davidson Road King offers a compelling mix of classic touring heritage, modern reliability, and custom flair. It is a motorcycle that retains the soul of a traditional Road King while benefiting from upgrades that enhance comfort, performance, and visual presence. For riders seeking a distinctive, ready-to-ride touring Harley with personality and long-road capability, this example stands out as a well-rounded and thoughtfully customized option. 1996 Harley-Davidson Heritage Softail, $10,000, Lexington, North Carolina, United States. This 1996 Harley-Davidson Heritage Softail is a well-sorted example of a classic Evo-era cruiser that blends timeless Harley-Davidson styling with tasteful custom upgrades and real-world rideability. Offered recently in Lexington, North Carolina, this motorcycle shows approximately 60,000 miles and is described by the seller as needing nothing and ready to ride. That statement alone places it in a desirable category, as many bikes from this era often require ongoing attention. Instead, this Heritage Softail appears to be a turnkey machine suited for immediate enjoyment. The Heritage Softail has long been known as one of Harley-Davidson's most comfortable and visually iconic models, designed to evoke the look of a vintage hardtail while benefiting from hidden rear suspension. The Softail platform delivers a smooth ride without sacrificing classic lines. On this 1996 model, that foundation is paired with the proven Evolution engine, an engine family widely respected for durability, simplicity, and strong torque delivery. Even with higher mileage, Evo motors are known to run reliably when maintained, and 60,000 miles is well within the expected lifespan of a properly cared-for example. Finished in blue custom paint, this Heritage Softail stands out while still maintaining a traditional Harley-Davidson aesthetic. The paint gives the bike a refreshed and personalized look, separating it from stock examples without going over the top. The overall presentation suggests a bike that has been enjoyed and personalized rather than neglected, reinforcing the seller's claim that it is ready to ride as is. One of the most noticeable upgrades on this motorcycle is the set of 16-inch ape-hanger handlebars. These bars dramatically change both the stance and riding position, giving the bike a commanding presence and a classic custom look. Ape hangers are popular among riders who enjoy a relaxed cruising posture combined with visual impact, and on a Heritage Softail, they complement the long, low lines of the bike particularly well. The exhaust system has been upgraded to a Vance & Hines setup, a well-known and respected brand in the Harley-Davidson aftermarket world. Vance & Hines exhausts are valued not only for their performance benefits, but also for their deep, aggressive sound. This upgrade enhances the riding experience by improving throttle response, while delivering the unmistakable exhaust note that many Harley riders seek. Rolling stock has also been addressed with the addition of a 21-inch front wheel. This larger front wheel gives the bike a stretched, modern custom appearance, while still fitting naturally within the Softail's proportions. It adds visual drama to the front end and pairs well with the ape hangers to create a bold and confident stance. Despite the larger wheel size, the Heritage Softail platform remains stable and comfortable, making this upgrade as functional as it is aesthetic. Comfort has not been overlooked, as this motorcycle is equipped with an Ultima seat. Ultima seats are designed to balance style and comfort, providing better support for longer rides compared to many factory seats. This makes the bike suitable not only for short local cruises, but also for extended rides, staying true to the Heritage name and its touring-inspired roots. With 60,000 miles on the odometer, this Heritage Softail reflects real use rather than garage storage, which can often be a positive sign. A bike that has been regularly ridden and maintained is often more reliable than one that has sat unused for long periods. The seller's statement that the bike needs nothing suggests that routine maintenance has been kept up and that there are no immediate mechanical concerns to address. The seller is also open to trades, adding flexibility for potential buyers who may be looking to move out of another motorcycle or vehicle. This openness can make the deal more attractive and reflects a practical approach to selling rather than a rigid, take-it-or-leave-it stance. Priced at $10,000, this 1996 Harley-Davidson Heritage Softail sits in a reasonable range for a clean, customized Evo Softail that is ready to ride. The combination of custom paint, quality aftermarket parts, and confirmed road-ready condition adds value, compared to a stock example that might still require upgrades or maintenance. In today's market, well-kept Evo-era Harleys continue to hold strong appeal due to their mechanical simplicity and classic feel. Located in Lexington, North Carolina, this motorcycle is positioned in an area with a strong Harley-Davidson and cruiser culture, making it easier to find knowledgeable service, parts, and community support. For buyers willing to travel, the bike's ready-to-ride condition makes it an appealing option without the uncertainty often associated with older custom motorcycles. Overall, this 1996 Harley-Davidson Heritage Softail represents a solid blend of classic Harley heritage, proven Evo reliability, and tasteful customization. It is not a show-only bike or a neglected project, but a well-rounded cruiser designed to be ridden and enjoyed. For riders seeking a traditional Harley-Davidson with personality, comfort, and immediate usability, this Heritage Softail offers a compelling and honest package. On Harley-Davidson Ironhead Sportster, $2,250, Collegeville, Pennsylvania, United States. This 1981 Harley-Davidson Ironhead Sportster is a raw, honest example of a vintage Harley that blends classic Ironhead character with practical mechanical updates, making it an appealing option for riders, builders, or anyone looking for a solid old-school Harley platform. Titled as a 1981 model, this motorcycle carries the unmistakable mechanical personality that made Ironhead Sportsters legendary, while also offering flexibility for customization or continued riding in its current form. With an asking price positioned to move quickly, this bike represents strong value in today's increasingly expensive vintage Harley market. Although titled as a 1981, this Sportster is powered by a 1974 Ironhead engine, a detail that many enthusiasts actually view as a positive. Earlier Ironhead engines are often favored for their simplicity and traditional feel, and this one has been upgraded with a Dynatech electronic ignition for improved reliability and easier starting compared to older point-style systems. The engine is paired with a Bendix carburetor, which is well known for its straightforward tuning characteristics. This setup allows the bike to be adjusted easily for both cold and warm temperatures, making it more user-friendly than many vintage carbureted motorcycles. The seller states that the bike runs, stops, and shifts well, which is a crucial factor for an older Ironhead. It is currently stored indoors in a shop environment and kept on a constant battery tender, suggesting ongoing care rather than neglect. A cold start video has been added by the seller, with the idle set slightly higher to account for low temperatures, further indicating transparency about the bike's current operating condition. This kind of detail is reassuring for buyers who want a realistic picture of what they are purchasing. Electrically, the motorcycle has been simplified with a minimal wiring setup that includes only the essentials, such as the headlight and taillight. This stripped-down approach aligns well with classic chopper or bobber aesthetics and reduces the complexity often associated with older Harley electrical systems. Fewer components mean fewer potential failure points, which can be a significant advantage for a vintage bike intended for regular use or further customization. Braking duties are handled by a rear drum brake and a front disc brake, offering a blend of traditional style and improved stopping power up front. The front master cylinder and caliper have been rebuilt, which is an important maintenance item already addressed. This contributes to safer and more predictable braking compared to untouched original components. While the bike could benefit from some additional attention, it already has a solid mechanical foundation in place. Cosmetically and mechanically, this Ironhead is described as a project that absorbed more money than originally planned, which is a familiar story in the world of vintage motorcycles. As a result, the seller is motivated to make space in the shop and has dropped the price, noting that it is negotiable. This creates an opportunity for a buyer to step into a running Ironhead at a relatively low entry cost, especially considering current market trends. The mileage is listed as 111,111 miles, which should be viewed as approximate, as is common with older custom or project motorcycles. In the case of an Ironhead, overall condition, maintenance, and engine health are far more important than the odometer reading. The fact that the bike runs and shifts properly suggests that it still has plenty of life left for the right owner. From a future use perspective, this Sportster would make a very cool chopper project, as the seller honestly points out. Its minimal electrical system, classic engine, and straightforward layout make it an ideal starting point for a traditional chop, bobber, or stripped-down rider. At the same time, it is not locked into being just a project, as it can be ridden and enjoyed while improvements are made over time. The bike comes with a special construction title for the 1981 frame, with all paperwork ready to go. This is a significant advantage, as clear and complete documentation can often be one of the biggest challenges with older custom motorcycles. Having the title sorted removes uncertainty and makes the transfer process much smoother for the next owner. Located in Collegeville, Pennsylvania, this 1981 Harley-Davidson Ironhead Sportster offers an authentic vintage Harley experience at an accessible price point. It is not a polished show bike or a fully restored example, but rather a genuine running Ironhead with character, potential, and mechanical honesty. For the right buyer, it represents an affordable entry into classic Harley ownership or a solid base for building a personalized old-school machine. 97 Honda Shadow, $1,100. Windsor Mill, Maryland, United States. This 1997 Honda Shadow is a straightforward and honest example of a mid-sized Japanese cruiser that has long been respected for its reliability, ease of use, and approachable riding characteristics. Offered at a very accessible price point, this motorcycle reflects exactly what many riders look for in an entry-level or secondary bike: simple mechanics, a comfortable riding position, and a proven V-twin platform. Finished in black, it carries a clean and classic cruiser appearance that still holds up well decades after it left the factory. The Honda Shadow line has built a strong reputation over the years for durability and low operating costs, and this 1997 model is no exception. Designed as a user-friendly cruiser, it offers predictable handling, manageable power delivery, and a relaxed riding posture that suits both new and experienced riders. According to the seller, This bike was originally purchased as a learning motorcycle, and it successfully served that role. That alone speaks to the Shadows for giving nature and confidence-inspiring design. Mechanically, the motorcycle is reported to run, which is an important starting point at this price level. However, it does need a new clutch, a detail that has been clearly disclosed by the seller. This transparency is valuable, as it allows potential buyers to realistically assess the bike's condition and plan accordingly. Clutch replacement on a Honda Shadow is a known and manageable repair, especially for mechanically inclined owners or those looking for a light project rather than a full restoration. Once addressed, the bike has the potential to return to regular riding duty without major investment. Mileage is listed as 111,111 miles, but the seller notes that the motorcycle does not have a functioning odometer, so the actual mileage is unknown. This is not uncommon for older motorcycles, especially those that have been used primarily for learning or casual riding. In cases like this, overall condition and running status tend to matter more than the number shown on the listing. Honda V-twin engines from this era are known to last a long time when maintained, and many Shadows continue to run reliably well past what would be considered high mileage. Ownership history shows 2 previous owners, suggesting the bike has not changed hands excessively. Fewer owners often mean a simpler history and less chance of repeated neglect. The seller's personal experience with the bike further supports the idea that it has been used rather than abused, functioning as a practical learning tool rather than a heavily modified or raced machine. One important consideration with this listing is the title status. The motorcycle does not currently have a title, but the seller is offering a bill of sale along with a copy of the previous owner's bill of sale and original owner information. While this may be acceptable in some states or for certain buyers, it is something that should be carefully reviewed based on local registration laws. For buyers familiar with title recovery processes, or those planning to use the bike as a project, parts bike, or off-road machine, this may not be a major obstacle. The seller's willingness to provide documentation shows an effort to be transparent and cooperative. From a riding perspective, the Honda Shadow remains a fun and approachable motorcycle. Its smooth power delivery and stable chassis make it enjoyable for short rides, commuting, or casual cruising. Even in its current condition, it represents the kind of bike that encourages learning and confidence building rather than intimidation. This aligns with the seller's statement that it was a good bike and fun to ride, fulfilling its intended purpose effectively. At an asking price of $1,100, this 1997 Honda Shadow is positioned well below the cost of most running motorcycles on the market. This makes it especially appealing to buyers on a tight budget, first-time riders looking to learn basic maintenance skills, or builders seeking an inexpensive cruiser platform. Even factoring in the cost of a clutch replacement, the overall investment could still remain very reasonable compared to similar bikes with clean titles and no mechanical needs. Located in Windsor Mill, Maryland, this motorcycle offers a local opportunity for buyers who want to inspect it in person and clearly understand what they are purchasing. It is not presented as a perfect or turnkey machine, but rather as an honest, running bike with a known issue and clear limitations. That honesty, combined with the low price, is what gives this listing its appeal. Overall, this 1997 Honda Shadow represents an affordable and realistic entry into cruiser ownership. It is a bike with proven reliability, simple design, and enough character to remain enjoyable even years after its release. For the right buyer, it offers either a low-cost rider with some work required or a practical project that can be brought back to full usability without excessive expense. Harley-Davidson VRS CD-Rod Night Rod, $6,500. Monroe, Michigan, United States. This 2007 Harley-Davidson VRS CD V-Rod Night Rod is a standout example of Harley's modern performance cruiser era, combining aggressive styling, strong engineering, and very low mileage into one clean and well-maintained package. Showing just 9,500 miles, this Night Rod has clearly been used sparingly and carefully, and the seller confirms that it runs and rides great. Finished in a bold yellow exterior, the bike immediately sets itself apart visually, reinforcing the muscular and futuristic design language that made the V-Rod platform so different from traditional Harley-Davidson models. The V-Rod Night Rod is powered by the Revolution engine, a liquid-cooled, fuel-injected V-twin developed with Porsche engineering input, designed to deliver high-revving performance and smooth power delivery unlike any classic air-cooled Harley. This particular example benefits from extensive recent maintenance, making it especially appealing as a ready-to-ride motorcycle. The tires have less than 2,000 miles on them, and the oil change was done within the same mileage window. All brake fluid, clutch fluid, and coolant have been refreshed, and a brand new air filter has been installed, reflecting thorough and proactive care rather than basic upkeep. Suspension has also been addressed with both performance and aesthetics in mind. The bike has been lowered approximately 1.5 inches, giving it a more aggressive, ground-hugging stance that suits the Night Rod's design. The rear shocks currently installed have less than 1,000 miles on them, and the seller is including the original stock rear shocks, as well as an additional set of progressive lower shocks. This gives the next owner flexibility to return the bike to stock height or further tailor the ride to personal preference, which is a valuable bonus not often included in similar listings. Visually, this Night Rod has been customized for a clean, low-profile look. The headlight has been custom lowered, and the gauges have been mounted inside the nacelle, creating a sleek and uncluttered front end. This modification significantly improves the bike's overall appearance, emphasizing the long, low lines that define the V-Rod platform. The cockpit is further enhanced with aftermarket drag bars, upgraded grips, low-profile mirrors, and a modern LED lighting setup that includes front and rear LED turn signals, an integrated rear taillight with turn signals, and an LED headlight. These upgrades not only modernize the bike's appearance, but also improve visibility and safety. Exhaust duties are handled by an aftermarket Kirker exhaust system, a respected name in performance motorcycle exhausts. The seller notes that it sounds great, and Kirker systems are known for delivering a deep, aggressive tone that complements the Revolution engine's unique character. This exhaust enhances both the auditory and emotional experience of riding the V-Rod, setting it apart from stock examples that can sound comparatively muted. From a riding perspective, the V-Rod Night Rod offers a very different experience compared to traditional Harley cruisers. Its low seat height, forward controls, and long wheelbase create a planted and confident feel, while the engine delivers strong acceleration and smooth power throughout the rev range. Combined with the recent maintenance and suspension upgrades, this bike is well suited for both spirited riding and relaxed cruising, making it versatile despite its performance-oriented roots. The overall condition of the motorcycle is described as very clean and sleek, and the detailed list of recent work supports that claim. This is not a neglected or partially sorted bike, but rather a thoughtfully maintained example that appears ready for immediate enjoyment without additional investment. The asking price is $6,500, with some room for negotiation, which positions this Night Rod as a strong value given its mileage, condition, and extensive upgrades. Title status is also addressed transparently. The seller states that the bike was just paid off this week, and that the clear title is currently in the mail. This level of disclosure is important and reassuring for potential buyers, as it sets clear expectations for the transaction timeline. Additionally, The seller is open to possible trades, including a custom Hayabusa, Kawasaki ZX-14, Road King, or a nice bagger, noting that trade value would be higher than the cash price. This flexibility may appeal to buyers looking to move out of another performance or touring motorcycle. Located in Monroe, Michigan, this 2007 Harley-Davidson V-Rod Night Rod represents an excellent opportunity to own a low-mileage, well-maintained example of one of Harley-Davidson's most distinctive and performance-focused models. It offers modern engineering, aggressive styling, and a comprehensive list of upgrades, all at a price point that undercuts many comparable listings. For riders seeking a Harley that breaks away from tradition while still delivering unmistakable presence and performance, this Night Rod stands as a compelling and well-rounded option. 89 Harley-Davidson Springer Softail, $7,499. Greenwood, South Carolina, United States. This 1989 Harley-Davidson Springer Softail is a classic Evo-era Harley that combines timeless styling, mechanical simplicity, and strong originality in a well-preserved package. Offered just recently in Greenwood, South Carolina, this motorcycle shows only 12,805 miles and is described as very clean, well taken care of and ready to ride with no immediate needs. As a two-owner bike with a clear title in hand, it represents a solid opportunity for riders and collectors who appreciate traditional Harley-Davidson design with genuine character. The Springer Softail holds a special place in Harley-Davidson history due to its distinctive Springer front end, which delivers unmistakable vintage appeal while still being paired with the Softail chassis for improved ride comfort. This combination gives the bike the classic hardtail look without the harsh ride associated with true rigid frames. On this example, the overall stance and proportions remain true to the original design, making it especially appealing to enthusiasts who value authenticity over heavy modification. At the heart of this motorcycle is the Evolution engine, a power plant widely respected for its durability, reliability, and ease of maintenance. The seller states that the Evo motor has never been opened up, which is an important detail for buyers seeking an unmolested engine. Stock internal components often indicate a bike that has not been abused or heavily modified for performance, and Evo motors are known to comfortably handle high mileage when properly maintained. With just over 12,000 miles, this engine is still early in its lifespan by Evo standards. Performance and ride quality are enhanced with a Mikuni carburetor, a popular upgrade among Harley riders for its improved throttle response and smoother fueling compared to many factory carb setups. The exhaust system has been upgraded to Vance and Hines drag pipes, paired with a fuel pack to help ensure proper fueling and drivability. Vance and Hines is a well-established name in the Harley aftermarket world, and their drag pipes deliver a deep, aggressive exhaust note that complements the Springer's old-school personality. Cosmetically, this Springer Softail presents very well. The black exterior reinforces its classic and understated look, while the paint and chrome are described as being in excellent condition overall. The seller notes one small paint flaw on the rear fender where a two-up seat bolts down, an honest and specific disclosure that helps set realistic expectations. Aside from this minor imperfection, the bike appears to be clean and well-preserved, with most components remaining original aside from the mentioned upgrades. The riding condition of the motorcycle is described as excellent, with the bike running great and not needing anything at this time. This makes it especially attractive for buyers who want a vintage Harley they can enjoy immediately, rather than a project requiring sorting or deferred maintenance. The seller even invites local buyers near Greenwood, South Carolina, to come and take the bike for a ride, which reflects confidence in its mechanical condition and overall reliability. From an ownership standpoint, having only two owners adds to the bike's appeal. Fewer owners often suggest a more consistent maintenance history, and less chance of neglect or questionable modifications. The fact that the bike has remained largely original further supports the idea that it has been cared for by enthusiasts rather than passed around casually. This balance of originality and light, tasteful upgrades is often where long-term value is strongest. The seller is asking $7,499 or best offer and is open to considering trades for another Springer or a nice Harley-Davidson. This flexibility may appeal to buyers looking to restructure their collection or move into a different style of bike. The seller also mentions that Blue Book pricing referenced was based on a Softail standard rather than a Springer, which is an important clarification, as Springer models typically command higher values due to their unique front end and lower production numbers. Shipping assistance is offered if needed, making this motorcycle accessible to buyers outside the immediate area. Combined with the clear title in hand, this helps simplify the purchase process and reduces uncertainty for long-distance buyers. These practical considerations often make a meaningful difference when evaluating vintage motorcycles. Overall, this 1989 Harley-Davidson Springer Softail represents a strong example of an increasingly desirable era in Harley-Davidson history. It offers classic Springer styling, a proven and unopened Evo motor, light and sensible upgrades, and a condition that supports regular riding rather than just display. It is not a heavily customized show bike or a neglected project, but a clean, honest, and enjoyable Harley that reflects the essence of late 1980s Harley-Davidson craftsmanship. For riders and collectors alike, it stands as a compelling blend of originality, usability, and long-term appeal.